What up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Triple P&J. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy, Daniel, and...
I'm Curtis.
Yeah.
Y'all know who I am.
Yeah, so y'all already know what it is from our audio folk out there. So today's episode number...
77.
77.
You didn't remember it?
I was drum rolling.
77. Oh, that's the new thing. Okay, 77.
So... Yeah, so Curtis got a little PSA announcement for you guys today, so I'll let him take it over.
Okay, so before we start the PSA, I do want to let you guys know, if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel, you like our videos, you download it on the audio platforms, you leave us a comment, leave us a review on the audio platforms. We did get a whole bunch of new followers on Facebook recently. Thank y'all so much. Thank you to our friends that invited their friends to the podcast.
Yeah, we would not be anywhere without you guys.
Yes, we appreciate the support. But with that being said, the PSA that I want to announce to you guys. So every week we do tell you guys at the beginning and the end that we would like for y'all to comment, to leave feedback, yada, yada, yada. Now, I do want to say that when we first started the podcast, on the very first promo video that we released, one of the clips did say that this podcast is our own opinions. So, just like y'all have opinions, we have opinions. Mm-hmm. So, I'm speaking on behalf of the whole show because I know that they will agree. Anything that we say on the podcast, we are going to stand on 100%.
Absolutely. Because we were going to filter some things, but at this point, it's our podcast. If you don't fucking like it, don't watch it.
Yeah, so we received a comment back a couple of weeks ago, and I just saw it yesterday from a viewer. When we were talking about the Erica Mena and Spice situation, about the whole monkey being the racist slur and all of that. Yeah. So, not even going to say this person's name because I don't even know who the fuck they are. But thanks for the view anyway.
All those special characters?
It's a special character. It's just probably a special individual. So anyway, pretty much because we had an opinion about... Well, first of all, we addressed the monkey word and did address that is a racial slur, but we felt like in that moment she wasn't using it that way. We completely understand the history behind it. We're very educated when it comes to that. However, we did give our opinion on the situation, and that viewer didn't like it. They said we were ignorant. Pretty much, they didn't agree with what we were saying. So I pretty much feel like that person is ignorant because you want our opinion to match your opinion. I'm guessing because 3 of us on this show are black. That's not going to work. Oof. And then some of our guests are too. The guest that was on that week is black too. And we pretty much disagree with the narrative everybody was trying to spin. Yeah. I don't feel like it was racist. I do feel like the word itself can be used as a racial slur. But in that moment, it was not being used as that. So I said all that to say... We love y'all's opinions. We're going to keep saying our opinions.
I thought the blue monkey was funny.
I thought it was too. But they didn't.
Oh. Y'all just be taking shit so damn personal. Like, so damn hard. Like, it's... Okay, she called her a blue monkey. We're not going to bring it up. You know,
I just wanted to address the opinion thing and her... calling us ignorant. I don't feel like it's ignorant. I think it's more ignorant of you to want our opinion to match your opinion. It's ignorant to assume that just because we're black, we're going to be on the side of Spice.
They even want us to be canceled behind that.
Oh yeah, she did say we should be canceled too, and that we were boring.
Damn.
Oh my God, I'm so. Oh, the fans are they're booing us. They booed us. God, guess we're canceled.
I guess we're gonna stop at 77.
But anyway, moving forward, in the past episodes, we are still gonna voice our opinion. We definitely appreciate the ones that do like it because we have had more love than we have had hate. But anything you do in the entertainment side of media or whatever, you're gonna have hate. So
can't be for everybody.
Not trying to be anyway. Yeah. But moving right along. Moving right along. As you guys can tell by the title of the episode and the description and all of that good stuff, the thumbnail on YouTube, you can tell that we are talking about
Jada Pinkett and Will Smith. Just in case for those people out there who can't read or put together words, because I have an issue too. I have local education, so
What does that do?
Huh?
What does that do?
What do you mean?
What does local education mean?
It doesn't really do much. It gets you by in life.
I thought that. Damn, we went to the same school.
Well, you actually got a degree.
Oh, you mean after the high school?
Yeah.
No.
You had a chance to
Okay.
redeem.
Damn, I had no. I didn't know that you were dumb.
Yeah, I'm a little behind the wheel.
What is the wheel?
Whatever Jesus is turning, I don't know.
Thank you for being open about that. We greatly appreciate that, Daniel.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so recently Jada Pinkett Smith, she did an interview or 2 or 3 or 4 regarding her and Will Smith's relationship status, blase. Pretty much, she exposed the fact that they have been separated, not together, not living together or anything for, what is this, 2023, since 2016, so 7 years now. Yeah. So, if you guys recall, back in 2020, they had the round red table talk with her and Will where she admitted to having an entanglement with Augustalsina. Then, fast forward to 2022, we get to the Oscars. Then Will Smith slaps Chris Rock. We talked about that like on episode 2, I think, or 3.
Yeah, he made a comment about her alopecia or her
something
hair.
about G.I. Jane. Yeah.
Yeah, and then she felt like she was being targeted for the alopecia. So the interview, she said that she wasn't even there at the was it the Grammys?
Well, she was there. She was sitting right next to him. Oh. She said that she was shocked that happened, and she was shocked when Will slapped him and was yelling, "Keep my motherfucking wife's name out your mouth," because they haven't called each other husband and wife in the past, at that point, 6 years. So my whole thing with their situation in this interview that she's doing now is, why didn't you guys just say that when they were painting you as a cheater when it came out about you and Augustalsina back in 2020? Because at that point, y'all were already separated for 4 years at that point. Mm-hmm. So why do y'all feel like it's that damn important to paint this facade for us like we really give a fuck?
Yeah, I would have just personally, like, I mean, at that point, I don't know, maybe it was just for the public figure.
Well, she said that they had a promise to each other that they would stay married and yada yada yada, but
well, people aren't perfect, and neither is relationships or love.
Yeah, and allegedly, because everything on this channel is alleged, they had cheated on each other in the past. So my thing is, if you guys are staying married but are separated, why do you feel the need to tell us all this information that we don't ask about? Because I really just think because she got this new book out, that's the reason. Yeah, because in the book, she talks, and a little part of it, or a big part of it, she talks about the fact that, they have been separated for 7 years. So I think that's where the publicity part of it came. It was in the book, so now she's talking about the book. So she's going on a press tour because she wants people to buy her damn book.
So I don't think I want to read the book.
I'm not going to read the book. I'm not going to listen to the book or anything.
What's the name called again?
The name of the book?
Yeah, how much?
I think it's called Worthy. You can just type in her name. You know how to spell it?
Yeah, it starts with a G.
Yeah. They probably got it on the audio version.
So read it to me.
Yeah, I had purchased this other celebrity's book one time because I was not about to read that whole shit, and I let it read it to me for like a week.
I'm trying to figure out how much it costs.
Probably like $100.
University Press. Oh, Worthy? Like $30.
Oh, okay. Dang.
So that's the audio book though.
Oh.
Mm.
So the actual book is probably way more than that. She's trying to be a best-selling author. You know how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your opinion on the whole situation?
It's the same thing. Like, why didn't y'all just bring it out whenever they did the round table? Like, that's exactly how I feel because
for years at this point, we've been having these memes go around of Will Smith looking like he was looking when you were confessing on camera. Yeah, when he was staring at her with that stare. And y'all was both acting at this point because he already knew about August.
I feel like that would have just crushed so many controversies between the whole Augustalsina, whatever, him and Jada. So if they were already kind of separated at that point, whether y'all together or not, like if you know that y'all just legally separated,
that wasn't legally separated. They was just separated.
Okay, but to them they were separated.
Right.
So to me that's just like it's
single.
It's legit as it's gonna get. Not legally, I guess, but it's legit as it's gonna get. So that would have just crushed it from the get go. They would have been like, okay, well technically they already said that they're separated, so she could do what she wants, and he could do what he wants.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying between that. And the whole thing about Chris Rock, like, I don't feel like at that point he would have had to have stood up for her.
Well, allegedly, what the media said was that Chris Rock, at some point in time, tried to get with Jada.
Was he jealous?
Like, he tried to get with Jada.
Was Will jealous?
I guess.
Oh.
So, I guess that happened a long time before the Grammys or whatever it was that they were at, whatever award show they were at. He was trying to get with Jada way before then. So then he saw Chris, and then when he mentioned the alopecia or her being bald, then that's where the problem came into play, where he felt like he wanted to defend her, but it's been a beef had been going on for a minute that nobody knew about.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So at that point in time, it's just like...
Because you would have thought Will Smith and Chris Rock would be good friends.
You would think so. But this is all speculation. That's what the people on the internet been saying. And I kind of believe it now that all this other stuff came out. But it's kind of hard to believe anything with them now at this point. Because y'all been lying to everybody for years. Mm-hmm. I just, like you, I'm very private when it comes to relationship type things. So I wouldn't even be telling anybody anything.
Yeah, but I mean, I think a marriage at that point is different. I don't know. I guess it's hard because they probably don't. Just the fact they got kids,
that were grown.
But still, like that type of stuff can affect them.
Yeah, it can.
Yeah, I just think that like maybe I don't know what their motive.
But the kids was online when the August shit came out because apparently August was friends with Jaden. Apparently they was chiming in about it on the media. They was chiming in about the Chris Rock shit. They're chiming in about this now where Jaden is going off on Jada about exposing all of this and embarrassing Will once again. But to be honest with you, I don't really only blame Jada. I feel like they're both to blame because they both been lying to every damn body. And at this point, when would it end? Because y'all are separated. Not legally, but y'all are separated. So what happens when one of you...
Some men be trying, though. Like, I'm not trying to say, like, Jada over Will, but, like, some men really be trying to save their marriages, and they will go to further extents than...
I do feel like, looking at the interviews and the way her demeanor, I do feel like Will probably was or is trying to save the marriage.
Right.
However, if you guys have been separated for so long, and you've clearly been seeing other people, at what point... do you guys just forget about the promise? It's 2023. Marriages end every damn day. So
they really do.
At what point are you guys going to get divorced and just be happy with somebody else? Like, are you just never going to remarry? You're just going to be on this piece of paper for life, tied together? It just don't make sense.
It don't. It really doesn't. But it's kind of hard to say because, again, like, so many green flags, red flags, and just trying to interpret like what they got going on and what was said behind closed doors. Like you never know.
Yeah, I low-key feel like because America paints them out to be this
idol couple.
Yeah, you know how J. Cole said.
Yeah.
I think that they didn't want to let everybody down, but at the end of the day, more people don't like you now because you're lying and having everybody in uproar.
Yeah. But I feel like all that's going to go away at some time. Like, I think that just takes time. But it does tarnish.
Every time something go away, they pop right back up.
Yeah. But it does tarnish your image, though.
Mm-hmm.
It really does.
Yeah, that slap.
Yeah.
Will lost so much shit behind that.
Well, I still respect Will.
Yeah, I don't have.
Because, I mean, we are human. Shit happens. I mean, what he did was like.
Yeah, I done smacked a few bitches before, too.
Right.
So I don't have no ill will for him.
Shit, yeah. I mean, we all make mistakes, man. I just think that, like, I'm just not the one to judge because people go through their lives every day taking L's and doing shit they probably shouldn't be doing. But the difference between us and them is that they famous and all their shit gets put on blast.
Right. Kind of like we were talking about, I think, last week. Like, y'all are in the public eye, so that's why people know all of y'all's business. Like, you can't really be private about any damn thing. Some celebrities are really good about actually keeping their life private, but then these big names like them,
the moment they slip up, the news is all over it because they ain't got shit else to talk about.
Right.
So they're gonna try to get up in your shit and twist the story and but then again, you know, one of them probably wanted fucking publicity out of it, and I'm not gonna say who exactly.
But then the one that's doing the interviews. But then I don't know if you know about this or not. So apparently Jada and Tupac was a thing too.
Yeah, I heard that was like way back in the day.
Yeah, but now she's speaking on that too.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So allegedly, no, it's not alleged because I saw the interview or read it, but. So now she's saying that her and Tupac were engaged, or Tupac had proposed to her when he was in prison while he was engaged to somebody else. And I don't know. It's kind of hard to... There's no validation in it now. I mean, Tupac can't say if it's true or not. But why the hell are you even bringing this up now?
I feel like that stuff could be real though because there's always those foundational relationship things.
I knew they had something going on back then, but the engaged thing, it's kind of a reach.
Yeah.
Especially if he's already engaged to somebody else. And then once he got out of prison, she did an interview, on this interview about her and Will's situation, she said that the way that her and Will got together in 96... Tupac was in jail in 95 when he proposed to her. So in 96, I think it was, Will called Jada and asked if she was single or seeing anybody. And she said no. And flew to LA to be with him. So which one is it? Like, your stories don't match up, fam.
I feel like Will had better potential out there.
Yeah,
I really don't want to drag Jada, but it's just like all the stuff that's been through this whole thing. I feel like
I'm not really dragging her, but I'm just trying to make it make sense.
Yeah.
Like everybody else that's discussing this topic, none of it makes sense. I think that, and like you said, they're celebrities, so of course their stuff is blown up more than ours would be if we had something like that happening.
Ooh, yeah, because some of y'all would be a damn circus.
But I don't know. I just don't know what the end goal is. And you know, Will, he ain't said shit.
Nah, I feel like he got more dignity than that. He knows he messed up probably at that one time with Chris. So at this point, I don't feel like he wants to make it any worse. So he's not gonna say anything.
Yeah, because he's addressed the Chris Rock situation a few times, and I think he even tried to apologize to him about it. But as far as the marriage situation, I ain't heard him say shit about it. I really didn't even hear him say shit.
I don't blame him.
Sometimes you don't gotta address it.
Yeah, sometimes that's just like, if it was me, I'm like, you know what, man, fuck y'all. Y'all don't need to hear shit else from me. Think what you want to think. Assume what you want to assume. dig it out of her. I don't know, but I'm just not gonna say nothing no more because at the end of the day, y'all probably gonna twist it on me anyways.
Yeah.
So
that's probably what it is. But I don't know. I feel like if you were ever in a situation where you were dating,
left,
huh?
when left. We're gone. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Were you dating?
If you were ever in a situation,
leave the bitch.
If you're in a situation where you were dating,
leave the bitch. Leave.
I don't know. I know for a fact, all of this public humiliation, I would not still be there. Mm-mm. I don't. At this point, it's not fuck the kids, but fuck the kids. They're grown. They ain't kids no more.
Yeah, but then again, we do have a different mentality because they grew up in a different time. They grew up like in a bit. I don't want to say like far back, but a couple of like a generation or two before.
Where they wanted to make everything work.
Yeah. So I get it. I really think that Real just really wanted to make things work, and Jada just be out there. She just be out there.
I'm not gonna lie, I would want my relationship to work too, but after some time, bitch, damn, shut up.
Who initiated the table?
They say she did.
Never mind. I was trying to make a point, but I don't want
to. No, go ahead. Make your point.
Because who initiated the table?
They say she did.
Yeah, and all this stuff from the past, who initiated that? With Tupac and all this stuff, interviews,
okay, so the Tupac thing, I think that came out this time, because she didn't talk about Tupac before, but I think it came out recently because it was in the media that somebody that had something to do with Tupac's death has finally been arrested or something, taken into custody. Somebody that was in connection with it 20-something years later. Mm. So then she posted on her story, her Instagram story, praying emojis, I think, and maybe now we'll get the justice that we deserve or something like that. So after that, of course, the Shade Room captured that message and posted it on there, so then everybody and their mama want to comment about it. And then now they want to ask her to do interviews, and she's spilling every damn thing.
You feel like she just capping?
Which part?
About like the whole between her and Tupac. Do you think that's just like she? You know how like kind of like how girls can be like, oh well, we was messing around back in the day type shit, but
I took you to dinner.
Yeah, and they didn't do nothing. But now it's just like publicity.
I've seen them in pictures together, but that doesn't mean anything.
Uh-uh.
But
a lot of celebrities take pictures together.
Yeah, I know, but theirs is a little bit more intimate. But I definitely, and I was like 1 when that happened, so I don't know. I wasn't around, but
I'll ask my dad.
I definitely feel like there was something going on with her and Tupac. But I don't feel like it was as big as she is making it out to be. Because they said Tupac was messing around with Left Eye too around that same time. So it's like, well, who was he really with?
Yeah.
Then after because he actually got married to the girl that he was engaged to, they got their marriage annulled, and then he got right with somebody else. That's probably when Jada was off the market at that point, when Will scooped her up.
Yeah, it had to be fresh. Was it fresh?
When she was fresh?
Off the market?
Probably, I don't know. But I don't know if I was in a situation like that, I probably would have left after... It probably wouldn't even got to the slap for me. I probably would have left after the Augustalsina situation. But the thing with that was they both acted like they were okay with that. Like that was something that they were doing in their marriage or something. They didn't say anything about them being separated all this time.
You think they went to like marriage counseling?
I'm sure, probably. Maybe that red table talk was the counseling.
Yeah, she was counseling.
Yeah, she was counseling him with her bullshit.
Yeah.
While he's sitting there looking.
Wasn't he crying?
It looked like he was.
He said.
So
You did that number?
you brought me to this round table, and it was funny because if I remember correctly, when I watched it back then, he said he knew about August already. So why are we exposing this in front of everybody? Because August didn't even want to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't understand why they needed to do the interview anyways.
For publicity, because nobody was talking about them at that time either. Just like wasn't nobody talking about her before this damn book.
Yeah, I done forgot all about her. I ain't gonna lie, we did a whole show on it. I forgot all
We
about
did
her.
that, like, that was one of our very first episodes, and I forgot all about them until I was watching the video talking about the slap earlier today, and I was like, we did cover that, like, episode 3.
Yeah.
I forgot, in the living room, your living room.
Yeah.
I remember that. But, I don't know, I think their whole situation is kind of played out at this point. Nobody really cares. Everybody thinks y'all are both liars at this point. So, I don't really know how y'all are going to bounce back from this one.
Poor Will.
Yeah.
I know the interview with Jada be trying to make it seem like, oh, poor Will. And then Jada be like, yeah, I know. And no, poor Will. I really do feel for him.
And then the fact that when she said that part of the interview we watched where she was confused about why the slap happened. Bitch, you already know why the slap happened.
Yeah, but then you said something about the fact that you felt like he was targeting alopecia.
Yeah.
So you knew what it was.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really have much else to say about them. But for y'all, drop down in the comments and let us know, would you ever be in a relationship like that? Where people is out spilling every damn thing? Spilling every damn thing that didn't nobody ask about?
Yeah, or you can just tell us about one of your relationships where you guys went through a couple things and then you finally broke it off with them. Because we all go through stuff. I personally went through some things. Extensive. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I have to.
But that was my first relationship, so I feel like they were definitely in relationships before that, right? Like,
I don't really think that they were serious. I don't know. They got together.
That was their first serious relationship?
They got together in 90-something, so I don't really know, like,
anything before that.
Because I'm not researching it, but
the reason why I say that is because, like, usually in, like, your first real relationship,
you really want that to last.
You really want that to work and last. So, yeah, I can understand how that type of, like, mindset makes you do certain things, but...
Well, I'll say...
Eventually, I'm glad I broke it off.
Yeah, I'm not going to say my first relationship, but my first... And this was as an adult, because I don't really count... The ones in high school that may have lasted 6 months, a year, whatever. My first long-term relationship, I'll say, lasted, includes the on and off, like 8 years. So, yeah, you want a relationship that you're giving your all to last. But, sometimes it just don't. Sometimes both parties, if not just one party, reaches a point to where, why are we doing this?
Yeah. Because at some point, there's always one person trying, and then eventually, it just, like I said, it's up and down. And
then there's
y'all just be doing stupid shit.
Right. And then there's times where, in the beginning, maybe one party was trying harder than the other party, but then when the other party kind of grew up a little bit, then they started trying, but then the other party wasn't really interested anymore.
They done gave up.
So it's kind of like, what are we doing? Like, are we going to both try now, or is it over?
Yeah. Y'all both got to be on board, shit.
Right. One can't be doing more than the other.
Yep. They be trying to sail the boat with one bitch hanging off, holding on.
They aren't be hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
But no, if y'all aren't happy, definitely just leave. We advocate for that all the time.
Yeah. Don't be miserable. It ain't worth it. There's plenty of people out there to try to rebuild and restart with. So,
if you don't mind me asking on the camera, I don't remember if we've actually had this conversation before, but how long did it take for you to be done?
I feel like we both tried,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like I put in more effort personally
Mm-hmm.
on the back end. As far as being done,
like done, like when there was no coming back.
Well, there was no coming back when I went through my shit.
Mm-hmm.
That it forced us to separate.
Right.
So I was just like, then I found out that she was dating somebody else, and I was just like, okay, well, after being done 3 or 4 different times, like that was really weird.
That was the actual.
Yeah, because I was just like, at that point, I was like, you know what, this is as far as you could really push somebody down.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that I'm it takes 2 to tango, but on my end, I was just like, well, I mean, yeah, I was pretty fucked at the point, so I was like, you know what, there really isn't no coming back from that.
Right.
So it took me really kind of just being at like the most bottom of my life to
realize that's not where you want it to be.
No. Yeah, when you get to that point that I got to, it'll make anybody change their mind.
Yeah, I mean, because we've talked multiple times in the past, but when you reach a certain level of, okay, I've dealt with this bullshit for so long, and then like you said, you lose everything or whatever, then you start reevaluating, like, okay, what do I need to do to get my shit back together?
Mm-hmm.
And just so happened, that individual might not be in those plans.
Nope. I've always felt like I had my shit together, but every time I bring them back into my life, they were the reason why I fell off track or fell behind or shit got fucked up. Every time. So, yeah. That's really where it'll do it to you, because if I'm trying to get ahead in life and you're like a boulder on my ankle, eventually I'm going to have to cut that shit loose.
Yeah. I feel like in relationships, if you stay around for a long time, each party plays a toxic part in their relationship. If y'all are going through shit, I feel like both parties, or however many people in y'all relationship, get into that. However many people in y'all relationship, y'all are both going to be toxic at least once or twice, if not more than that.
That's why I try not to sit there and act like I ain't did shit, because there be people out there that be trying to act like it was all the other person. No, the fuck it wasn't.
So what did you do to make this person act like that?
No, don't get me wrong. There are some genuinely downright dirty ass folk out there that just be fucking everything up. But that's a special case. But in most relationships, it takes 2 to tango, and one of y'all gonna trigger each other, but one might take it further, and then you gonna be acting like you the fucking victim, and they gonna act like they the fucking victim. Both y'all can't be the fucking victim at the same damn time. Somebody triggered some shit. Somebody messed up something. It's accountability on yourself.
Yeah, one of the major things that fucks up relationships is not taking accountability and always blaming it on the other person, and not wanting to compromise, because you can't have everything your way. You're not always right. They're not always right. You're going to have to meet in the middle sometimes. At
some point, yep.
Yeah, at some point.
No, I just be watching these grown-ass men out here just be married to be married to women that be they moms. Like, you don't know nothing about none of your stuff. You don't know anything. Oh, I gotta go ask my wife.
There was this show I was watching earlier today, and it was a situation like that where the husband, I guess there was an event or whatever, and the husband told the wife maybe a day or 2 before the event that he wanted her to pick out his outfit. And it was a formal event too, so you had to be dressed up. So then she comes home with the outfit and the options, and he doesn't like it.
Any of them?
He was making like comments about, oh, that tie has too much stuff going on, and are we gonna get it fitted? Bitch, the event's tomorrow. You just told me about this yesterday. Why am I your stylist? Why can't you dress your own fucking self?
Oh my God. That's exactly how it is, you big ass baby. That's how it is. Unfortunately, a lot of these women are married to some grown ass babies.
Yeah, and I feel like at some point, you gotta know how to do for yourself. I feel like not almost everything I could do for my damn self.
Yeah.
I don't need anybody.
Yeah. I mean, there'd be women that'd be really very supportive and choose to want to be in a certain type of lifestyle with their man and their relationship. However y'all make it work, for sure. But for the most part, I'm just saying, like, I see too many of these, like, relationship couples come in and the woman handles everything. I'm like,
yeah, you don't know how to talk.
You can't.
You don't know how to breathe.
You don't know none of your information.
You don't know your right from your left.
You don't know your own.
You don't know how to tie your shoe.
Nothing.
You don't know that your pants don't fit. You don't know you need a belt. You don't know your ass crack out.
You couldn't change the tire and she got the oil changed.
So, like we always say when we talk about a relationship topic, learn the individual that you are trying to be in a relationship with. It does not always have to happen tomorrow. You don't meet somebody.
It's okay to take your time.
You don't always have to meet somebody today, because I know time waits on nobody, but you don't have to meet somebody today and be in a relationship, engaged, having a baby with them tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Get to learn yourself too. Like, y'all really just be in a relationship and then you don't even know yourself anymore.
You don't know what your triggers are.
Yep. You don't know what you like, what you don't like. You don't even know what you like to eat. You just be living for them. And that's it. Live for yourself, then come together.
All right. So I always reach this point in the episode where I'm like, I'm getting a little heated and triggered, and I
got certain people in my head.
Me too. I could just keep talking about this topic, but we don't have that much time. So anyway, that wraps up
another episode.
The Jada and Will situation and our relationship advice for tonight. So like always, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share, leave feedback.
Yep. Download our audio content.
Right. Download whatever. Download all the audio content. Leave us a rating on there. Turn your automatic download on.
Smile.
Huh?
You said upload. I said.
Turn your automatic download on like Spotify and Apple Podcasts to where it automatically downloads when we upload it, so you don't have to worry about doing that. But that wraps up another episode of Triple P&J. We will see you guys next week.
Turn up.